Hello everyone, it's Yogi here. Why am I whispering? Yes, it's 11:30 UK time. Okay? Yes, I'll stop. I'll talk normally. And good to see you. And and yes, sorry, sincere apologies. I set the time wrong as usual. I cannot read, and I definitely cannot read numbers. So I got the time wrong again. So sorry about the false alarm the first time around, but this time we're here. So I hope you miss me. I missed you. And Sunday evening I had to do emergency cover for a teacher. The poor guy got major sports injury. Okay, so I had to take over, and I couldn't see you on Sunday night, but today we're here, and happy Monday indeed. Monday should be the happiest day of the week because this is the beginning of a week. And I hope you're ready for a spot of stitching. I didn't touch anything. I couldn't stitch a single stitch yesterday, so I am dying. I'll stitch anything at the moment. Even calamari. No. I wouldn't go that far. No calamari, even though I'm desperate. So today I'm working on this piece. Okay, I'm coming back to this piece. This is Ciro Marchetti night after all. So this is a Ciro Marchetti piece, and this is called a quilt room, a patchwork quilt room. Okay, if you've never seen this piece before, this pattern has been around for a little bit, so maybe you have seen it before. Let me show you the full markup here. There you go. Really pretty. And I've got a mini version, and having said that, mini version is by no means mini or easy. In fact, this piece is quite confetti, so you're warned. Okay, this is a beautiful piece, but a lot of confetti, even on mini. So this piece I've been working on for a little while, and let me show you my progress here. Oh, we're professional here. Let's show the right screen. So this one, I've been a really good girl with this piece. I've been doing some sort of diagonal, whereas most of my pieces eventually, kind of move into a slightly odd shape here. But this one, I've been pretty good. And but I have switched quite a few different methods. Going from parking block by block, and then into mini cross country, and coming back to stitch block by block. And today I have a slightly different plan as well. So in terms of the stats here, okay, let me just remove this sprint. Oh, me and the sprint, we just don't mingle. I keep reading the wrong numbers if I keep the previous one, so I am going to delete this one. Okay, this is a sprint. Okay, I'm not deleting my progress like I did the other time, so I'm going to create a new sprint here. Just leave it at that. So this will capture all my stitches today, and by the end of the stream we play a little game called Guess My Stitches. If you haven't played before, the regulars know this is our game, and it's great fun. Okay, and I'll explain a little bit more as we move forward. But look at the percentage here, guys. Upper left, just read this number, just admire this number. I think this might be the only piece I have that has reached 20%. Round of applause for Yogi, yay! Yes, we start with celebration. So even though this is a mini, okay, but don't hold that against me. I think it's quite an achievement, despite the fact that it's quite confetti, and also the total number of the colors is 89. So quite a typical amount of numbers for mini and regular. And so I am really pleased with my progress so far. And today, I'm going to work in a way that, it's been kind of, it's my current sort of preference in terms of stitching method. And, but of course, before I even made my first stitch, Yes, Sarah is giving me a round of applause already. So I want to say hello to you and to meet me here. Yes, we're close to midnight, but may not be where you are. It might be, just woken up or, broad daylight. How nice. So let's have a look and see who we've got here today. So Chloe is the first one to report to the chat. And well done to Chloe. And then we also have Vega from Japan. I think it's probably a good time for Japan and Australia as well. So let's see if we get more friends from Japan and Australia today. And also Michelle Brown has reported to the chat, one of the first. And the next one, of course, it was my apology. So I'm really bad girls, Yogi. And Steve is also here. Welcome, Steve. And who else have we got here? Salita says, hello, Stitchers, and hello, Yogi. Hello to you too. And Kimberly is also here in the chat. Sarah, of course, our Captain Alien. And Rachel Morton as well. Welcome. Captain Squirrel, our friend from Australia. And one of my favorite squirrels. And Rochelle as well. Hello, Stitch peeps. And happy Monday. Exactly. As I said, Monday should be the happiest day of the week. And Maddie as well. Maddie is making pancakes. Pancakes and bacon for dinner. It sounds more like a breakfast, no? Maybe breakfast for some time zones. And Wendy as well. Hello, hello. Michelle Fuller is also here. And is this a new person? I haven't seen this name before. And let's have a look. Steph. Wow, Fox Stitchery. Amazing. Steph, welcome to the chat. And Sarah. Oh, Sarah's been making bacon and pancakes as well as a very popular item there. And Grace Holston as well. And Rabbit Hole is also here. And we have Heather House. Yes. And who else have we got here? Mandy is also here. Mandy Moran. And Joyce, my goodness, Joyce is saying hello and good night. Okay, night to Joyce, how kind of her to come in to wave goodbye. I think she's half asleep now. Okay, so I'm not going to give her a hard time. And Joyce, you can just sleep under the desk where you're stitching, and then when you wake up, you can just grab the needles and start stitching again. It's very, very easy that way. And Susan as well, better late than never. Exactly. I feel like I haven't spoken to you guys for ages because no Sunday stream, and we're starting a little bit later today as well. I'm getting withdraw. And Naomi Wallace as well, happy to make the live stream, but I've been catching up with recording at work all week. Naomi, you're not alone. We have a special club for people who watch us from work, okay? Hush, hush. The volume for that club is a little bit lower, so the bosses wouldn't hear it. Unless you're the boss, then you can do whatever you want. Okay, Michelle Brown, yes, thank you so much. And Alandria 83, hello. Yes, well done. Reporting to the chat. And first time here. We have another first timer here. Say hello to Tipolini. I like the name. Hi, first time here. I like the icon as well. Amazing, welcome. And well done. And let's have a Lini Stitches is here as well, guys. Let me know what you're working on today with me, okay? It's a Monday. It's a Ciro Marchetti, but I won't hold it against you if you're not working Ciro Marchetti piece. But if you are, let me know. I love to know whatever you're working on. And let me know what you're drinking as well. I need to know. Power snacks. Yes, I need ideas. So with this piece, I'm working on 25 counts and 1/1 DMC. And as you can see, I've been pretty good at maintaining that diagonal shape there, and I like it that way because it just feels orderly for me. There are pieces that I work almost horizontally. That happens as well. And but this one just, I genuinely feel good when I can keep that diagonal shape. And the last few sessions, I've been sort of switch back and forward between parking and non-parking, a little bit of cross-country here and there, or block by block. But today, recently, to be honest, I'll be honest with you, and I've been enjoying a little bit of cross-country, a little bit. So normally what I do is more like cross the village or cross to the next town. I don't wander too far. But recently, I've been getting a little bit adventurous. Not super far, like crazy, ultra, cross-country, another planet. That I don't do yet. But I quite enjoy just, taking a thread and maybe use it until it finishes. And these threads are cut quite long, so I can go pretty far. So I want to give that a go with this piece here. So the last session, I did a little bit of that, okay? And again, this is a quite confetti area. I'm going to start to, work on these path threads and use them to guide me to make more stitches here, rather than, going back to this area. I will in the future. But today, I'm just in the mood of clearing up my previous evidence of parking, okay? It's like, clearing up the crime scene. And so I want to move this piece toward a no parking phase for now. I'm sure as soon as I clear these ones, I'm going to want to park again. But that's just the way it is. Whichever way, I'm moving forward with the stitches. That's all it counts. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to work in a sensible direction, whichever one that is, and clear up thread by thread, and then take it as far as I can. And that's it. Simple and easy. So if you're allergic to parking and part threads, this is getting better. Okay, at the moment you're having terrible headache right now, migraine, just terrible. But gradually you will see the improvement. So stay with me. Okay, so here we go. Let me bring up my ab view here and a little preview for you. So earlier on, I was having a heart attack. I got a notification off my own channel saying I'm going live, but I was still on the way home. So those of you who don't know, on Monday and also now on Fridays as well, I teach evening classes. So we start a little bit later, but I'm sure majority of you know by now, and you come over here to meet me slightly later time. We still have fun. No changes there. Okay, so let me move to where I'm about to start here. So I'm going to pick up this thread. So my ab is not most up to date with the part thread, because up to this point I was working on this project with Pattern Keeper, and I have not managed to update it. So this is where I am. So each thread I pick up, I'll need to figure out what it is. So it's a bit like a puzzle game, okay? Hopefully I get it right. So this one is it's 1, 2 from this point here. So this one is done as well. That one is done. So it's this one, I think. So I am going to work in the order of my choice. Okay, so I'm not, oh yes, instantly I got it right. So I'm going to work in order. So I'm not going to let a sort of saga to sort order for me. I'm going to just pick whatever I want and start stitching. I'm going to leave these two alone on the side there. So let's have a look what everybody's working on. Yes, Steph says, yes, I'm new. Welcome, Steph. Well done. And Heather says 3:40 p.m. here on the island. Which island is that? Let me know. Oh, that sounds very exotic. 3:40 is just the prime time of the day, during the daytime anyway. But it sounds lovely. And it's always nice to know when it's quite late here in the UK, knowing someone else is enjoying the daylight. Oh, how nice. So here we go. 1/1 full cross, like a good girl. All right. And I'm going to just slowly clear up your headache here. If you, if oh, let me have a look. If pass thread's giving you a headache, okay? I love a little bit of pass thread here. Hang on. Have I got it incorrect already? Look, see what I'm doing here? I picked out the wrong one already, thinking that I'm right. These two colors are very similar, so even though I checked, that it's not correct. Okay, so, and it's quite all right. Okay, so this one has been done, but it's part somewhere else. I know what's happening now. Hang on. Just let me tidy up this bit. I know what's happening. Okay, I see you. So it's always a little bit messy for a little while if you transfer the pattern to a new app and try to catch up with the stitches. This is just what's happening. So I know what's happening here. So I picked up this thread instead. Okay, where has it gone? So this one is actually 1, 2. This is actually this one over here. I get it now. So it's also a green. That's why it's a little bit confusing here. So these two is also, this one is also greenish. So it's hard to tell. Now I know why I am. I'm good. I'm warming up these little hands here. And I hope you are as well if you just join me and started stitching. And, oh my goodness. Very exciting. Hang on. Mandy says, lie in bed, got an early start, drinking water. So you got an early start, and have you finished? Oh, lie in bed sounds like, one of the scenes from, 007, from the Bond movie, stroking white cat, eating grapes. That's how I, envision here. And Michelle says, good morning. Unfortunately, I have to watch the replay because I have to go to work. Surely, Michelle. She says, I'm jealous. I can't spend the day stitching. You can listen to us sneakily. A lot of people do that. They get away with it, And you can't stitch, but you can listen to me stitching. I'll try to stitch really loud. How's that? I'll do that for you, Michelle. Enjoy your work day. Michelle, oh, we have another Michelle. Michelle after Michelle. This is Michelle Brown saying, I'm working on spooky season and drinking iced tea. I know I miss the spooky season on Sunday, so I need to catch up. I need to cheat. I can't come back next week exactly where I was last week. That wouldn't be acceptable. I'll have to find time to cheat, okay? But don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. So I am going to move down here. I know. I have to work on the kitty there. The alien dolly. And Sarah is working on a new star. Dun dun dun. Moon Witch from Artisy. That's a popular chart maker of viewers, isn't it? I'm gonna go and grab some new pattern as well for sure. Oh, why am I stitching that one again? I need to find my way here. It's right here. Yes, this is a really good site with a lot of really unique patterns. And Sarah is drinking Diet Coke as well. Oh, that makes me want one. I'm so, weak-willed. If you say coffee, I want coffee. You want to say Diet Coke, I want a Diet Coke. And, oh no, Michelle, can't watch at work either. Can you listen? I'm giving you ideas. And Wendy says, I'm working on the Stitchers book club and drinking strawberry flavor water. Sounds refreshing, very refreshing. And Susan's got a new start as well, watching the world go by. Bossy threads. Oh, I love to see what it looks like. Is it? I just picture it's probably a cat looking out the window. That's what they do. They just watch the world go by and they get really excited. And Lenny Stitches says, drinking coffee and working on hate. Salt drink on the beach. So when does that end then? The SAO is ending by December or something like that. Oh, the deadline is looming. December is not that far away, you know. This is why I cannot do SAO to save my life. I get so stressed. I don't like deadlines. I don't even make my own deadlines. I have no deadlines. No. Deadlines are banned, okay? It's just the way it is. If I make 5 stitches, that's just the way it is. And I'm good with that. No problem at all. And guys, do you know this Saturday we're having SAO, right? We're having Amy Stewart SAO every Saturday, but this Saturday we are doing a SAO of LaSalle. We are doing a traveling library, and we're starting together. Guys, are you ready? Are you ready? It's not too late. Still, if you haven't heard about it, we are starting Traveling Library from Amy Stewart. It's a new piece. Max Color just come out. I know some of you have worked on regular colors and have progressed pretty far, but we are starting together, okay? The group of us. And I think you still have time to get the fabric ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me count. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And so we're starting on Saturday together. Not only that, brace yourself, guys. We are doing a long session. And by a long session, we're talking about the M word, okay? The regulars know what I'm talking about. All right? If you do, come on. Bring it on. Bring on the word. Okay? I want to shock the newcomers under the table. They probably have no idea this is how we roll, but this is how we do it, okay? And so I was thinking how many hours we should be doing it. And Michelle Brown says, I got trouble to your library. And Marsha, hello, Marsha. So I'm just looking at the latest chat messages here. And if I haven't said hello to you, it's not you, it's me. I will come back. I'll get to you, okay? And who says the M word? Sarah did. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, newcomers. You know, I know it's not for faint-hearted. And if you have to get up from under the desk, just because you fell off your chair, yes, I'll give you a few moments to embrace yourself, to get yourself together, okay? We are doing a marathon, okay? And we're not kidding when we say marathon, because I was thinking, well, should we do a halftime show, which we've done before. By halftime, we do 6 hours, okay? Or should we do like a full marathon? And then I thought about that. And I was thinking, who are you kidding, Yogi? Of course, we're doing a full marathon. Yeah, we're doing 10 hours. 10 hours, I ask you. Yes, we're doing 10 hours. Yes. So this Saturday, okay, this is the plan, okay? And we are going to start. So depending on where you are, you can do the conversion of your local time there, okay? I'm not going to calculate for you. I can't even get my own time right in my own time zone. So it's up to you. You do the conversion. We're going to start from around 2 p.m. I think 2 p.m. sounds ideal, okay? We're aiming for 10 hours. So 2 p.m. UK time, Greenwich time, okay? And then we're going to continue. We're going to keep stitching, okay? This is not like, hey, let's start together, we catch up in 10 hours time. No, none of that nonsense, okay? We stitch for real, okay? We stitch together, real time. And we stitch for 10 hours together. And if you don't believe me, we've done this before, okay? It's on the archive. We have proof. And we're going to stitch together from 2 p.m. UK time and into the midnight UK time. All right, guys, if you like it, give me a thumbs up. Yay! And I'm excited because we're having a new start as well, as I'm making a couple of wrong stitches there. You didn't see it. I didn't do it. Okay, just erase this out of your mind, and this will be a good opportunity for me to show you my reverse stitching technique. Some people have been wondering whether this is urban myth. No, it's not. It's true. It can be done. I am now reversing the live stream backwards, reversing, playing back. I'm not frogging, okay? Yes, I see thumbs up, I hear you, so we're still moving forward. I ain't lying to you, I'm just reversing the live stream, but the chat is still going forward. Okay, this is the magic of internet, and YouTube is constantly adding new technology, for us. So this is what I'm using. I am pushing YouTube to the limit. Okay, I might break it at some point, and on these two I can't reverse, so I'll go forward and I'll stitch over it. You will not know. I will not know later. Okay, guys, so this is the plan. Okay, yes, Marsha, yes, and Captain is screaming with joy. Oh my God, it's marathon. Yes, you, Captain Squirrel, you said the M word as well. And you will not look back and regret every moment. Yeah. And Michelle Brown, round of applause. And Michelle Brown says, EST is 5 hours behind UK time. So you work out your time. So I'm starting UK time, 2 p.m. And we're going to stitch all the way into midnight. We're going to spend the whole day, half the day together. Yes, almost half a day together, you and me, okay? Nice and cozy. And we're going to snack. We're going to drink power drinks. We're going to stitch some more. And we're going to do yoga, guys. If you haven't joined my yoga breaks before, it's legendary. It's legendary. And you have to be there just for the yoga. Even if you don't stitch, if you never stitch at all and you don't give a thought for stitching, I don't care. Come for the yoga break. How's that? And come for the chat. And we're going to meet there here together, wherever time zone you are. And we're going to stitch. We're going to do yoga. And we're going to have coffee. We're going to have chocolate and whatever power snacks that we can get our hands on. All right? That's a deal. This is a deal. You and me, we meet on Saturday. And then, of course, before, you have to come see me every day as well. Just, you have to report to the chat. All right? And tomorrow, tomorrow is stitch anything you want day, okay? Tuesday. But tomorrow I have a little thing for you. And this might be a new thing for our channel here. So come and meet me tomorrow. And all will be revealed, okay? Now I build it up. By the time you come tomorrow, you're going to go, what? Is that it? But it's okay. It wouldn't be the first time. I exaggerate, but I think it's going to be good. So come to meet me tomorrow as well. And tomorrow is, I wouldn't say regular time, because this is going to be the regular time for Mondays and Fridays. So they're all regular times. But tomorrow we're starting a little bit earlier, about 8-ish UK time. So that's a different time. So Monday, Friday, we start probably around this time, and the rest of the days we start around 8:30 p.m. UK time. You work out the time. I have no idea. And so these are regular times. So now going forward, when to come meet me, and turn on your notification. That's the best bet. Because if you don't turn up all, YouTube selectively let you know. Because they have so many notifications to push out. Unless you choose all, sometimes you don't get it. And you don't want that to happen, You want to know when Yogi is coming on here. So you want to turn the notification to all and come meet me here, all right? So be a good girl, good boy. Do so. So that's my first number with first color with 2 stitches incorrect. So that's not bad for me. for Yogi as a startup warm-up session. That's not bad at all. Captain Squirrel. I thought we're friends. No frogs. Okay, there's no frog inside. This is reverse stitching. You have just winners, Captain Squirrel. Okay, watch and learn. Watch and learn. And yes, Linda. Linda says, hello, Yogi, welcome, welcome. And Marsha says, oh, I'll be asleep most of the time. 11 p.m. start here in Australia. We'll watch replay. You know what? Last 4 marathon that we did, you know, Janelle came to join us before bedtime. She stayed with us for ages, for hours. She probably didn't go to bed till morning. Oh, I know. But you can watch replay. That's quite okay. And everything will be archived, okay? But see if you can just squeeze a couple minutes, come and see me. It would be fun. It would be fun with us. What? Susan, what? Susan say, wait, isn't Tuesday restart day after disaster? Hey, Susan, you know? Yes, now I feel comfortable. Now I get roasted by Susan. Now it feels like a normal session here. Oh, I was wondering, everybody's so nice to me. I'm just not used to that, you know? Somebody has to roast me. And so thank you, Susan. Now I feel so much happier. Yes. So Tuesday's restart day for all the projects, 1 a week. Yes, Susan. That's exactly it. Okay. So, and this one, I'm going to move on to the next one. I'm trying to identify this one correctly. So this one's 1, 2, 3, because none of the part threads are marked on my saga. I just haven't done that. And I just thought, you know, I'll just improvise as I go and try to pick the right one if I can. And I should be okay. I should be okay to do that. And I'll check the color as well. If it looks off, then I know it's off. And I'm enjoying this because I can go as far as I want to, you know. Yes, Captain Squirrel's 11 p.m. I'll be asleep. Oh, you see, you should learn from Janelle. You know, if there's a will, there's a way. And there you go. And let's have a look. Let me go back and say hello to those ones I have. And how rude am I? I am just rude here. Our new joiner, Tipolini, is from Finland. 1:48 a.m. Well done. See, this is the spirit. Tipolini is 1 hour ahead of me, and she is here. I'm presuming it's a she. If it's a gentleman, let me know, okay? Otherwise, you're ladies for me. And so, well done, well done. Ah, excellent. And Rochelle says 3:48 in California. And Heather says Vancouver. Yes, I'll try to remember where everybody is. And Alandra says, I'm in the UK, so nearly midnight, but I'm not at work this week. And the daughter is sick, so no school. I'm able to stay up late. Yes, play with us. Stay up here. You know, you and me and Susan, we're in the UK. So, you know, if I don't sleep, you're not allowed to sleep. Okay, that's the rule here. You are Susan. You know, I keep her awake. She has no choice. I think this is the right color here. And these colors are so pretty as well. It's, you know, it's confetti, particularly, you know, these are stained glass diamonds here. Oh, it took a little while to finish them. And this is a little bit to go, but it's just so pretty. It's like stitching rainbow. That's what it is. Rainbow stitching, not calamari stitching, okay? No seafood for me when it comes to stitching. But and Naomi says, I have the old craft room ready to start. Lovely. the dresses. Ooh, I think I might try ECC. Go for it, Naomi. Oh, Nikki's not there. Otherwise, she would go, yeah, Naomi, you can do it. Go extreme cross country. That's what ECC, you know. We have lingos, yeah, and you pick it up very soon. We're compiling a dictionary here, yogi dictionary, and yeah, ECC. Go for it, Naomi. And if you can't find your way back, we'll send out the a search party, okay? We do rescue missions like this when people get lost, and we come and find you. So just send out a SOS signal, and we'll send the volunteers, you know. We'll come with rescue equipment and a stretcher to carry you home, all right? That's what we do here. And Alandria says, currently working on Enchantment 2 by Custom Crafts. I started in summer 2005 and have 15 stitches left. Oh, amazing. 15 stitches left. Is quite a large piece. 2005, that's like 21 years ago. Amazing, Alandra. That's 22 decades of efforts here, and now only 1,500 stitches left. Round of applause for Alandra here. Amazing. That is quite a feat. See, if you put your mind to it, it doesn't matter how long. You will get there eventually. And the 1,500 stitches might take another 5 years, but that's okay, Alandra. We're here for it. We want to see the completion when it's time, okay? Slow stitching. If you're stitching too fast, just watch me and you can slow it way down, all right? Janelle is here. Here we go. Here's our hero from Australia. Janelle, isn't that true that you were here for our 10-hour marathon? You gave up sleep, you gave up food, and maybe sanity as well, but you were here with us. Isn't that correct? Am I right or am I right, Janelle? You tell them. Those guys in Australia, you know, watch and learn from Janelle. And Kimberly is working on flowers for a fur and feathers. Oh, sounds very hairy. Yes, a hairy piece that Kimberly is stitching. And Michelle says, unfortunately, I work in childcare, so can't watch it or listen. Then don't. We don't want you to get sacked, okay? And no loss of employment because of Yogi's stream. Yes, can't have fun with me at all. I see working with children, you have to be 100% there. And recently, regulation changes due to some unfortunate circumstances that happened recently. Absolutely, Michelle. Yes. Watch your replay, okay? Stop chatting. Now go look after those children, the future of our world here. Well done. Yeah, Michelle is doing God's work here. All right. Yes, wonderful. Yeah. When it comes to looking after, you know, kids, particularly a whole bunch of kids, you can't do it 50%. You have to be 100% there. Just like yoga, you know, 100% right there, present. And let me come over here. Oh, I feel free. I can just move. Oh, actually, I'm going to move down. I feel quite free with this. I can just move wherever I want. I'm really loving a bit of a cross country recently. I'm just in that kind of mode. It's just like, oh, just let me wander off and do what I want. Carefree like a bird. And this one is the last one in the surrounding area, so I'm going to end it. So one less part thread, okay? And watch the headache go away. Let's have a look. Oh, Rochelle says, I tried finding the AS Traveling Library Kit, but not having any luck. What's AS Traveling Library Kit? I don't know what you're referring to, Rochelle. Oh, Rochelle says, hey, it doesn't offer any choices except for PDF and paper pattern. Any idea where I can find a kit? I think they stopped doing kits, aren't they? It's been a while. Maybe sometime this year they put out a notice saying they no longer put the material packs together. That's my understanding. Yes, that's right. So Rabbit Hole says she stopped doing kids, unfortunately. Maybe just too much overhead and a lot of space and everything. Yes, but you can kit it up yourself. Why not? It's okay. You can do it. Don't be sad. The second one from the left here. I know who you are. Oops. I forgot to lock my chart here. Here we are. So it's a pink. I am correct. Betty Hankins says hello, 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 Betty. Oh no, you're saying hello too. I'm slightly behind in the chat. Everything's about 5 minutes behind by the time I read it. Terrible. I need to read a little bit quicker, but I can't read. So hang on. Let me. So it's totally out of context sometimes. You're probably used to it by now. Yes, Tipolini says the pattern is so beautiful, so colorful, and lots of cute stuff there. My name is Tia. Since that's easier to pronounce than my nickname, thank you so much. How considerate. Yes. Some of you have very long handles, like a page, like a page long handle. I'm having a terrible time reading it. So some of you are so considerate just by sharing an easier name for me. So thank you so much. Tia is better. I can remember that. And Chloe C says, I'm off to bed now. I have to work in the morning. 652. Chloe, have you been to the stream before? Hang on, let me highlight that. That's a shocker. Yes. Where are you on the chat here? I can't find that. Chloe's parting number left for our game is 652. Oh no, that's Chloe's number. That's Chloe's number. Oh, I thought Chloe's been here before. Surely she knows the speed of stitching. No, it's her number. Round of applause for Chloe. That's a lot. There's a lot of stitches, okay? Yes. Oh my God, thank God the pressure is off me. 550. I don't think that's happening even with 2 sessions. Or maybe 3. Yes. Let's have a look. Let me just go back, just in case I haven't said hello to some of you. Let me have a look. Oh, I'm terrible. I can't even find the previous chat here. Yes. Let's have a look. Yes, I think I'm catching up. That's not bad. If any one of you I haven't said hello, it's me, okay? Just give me a little wave again so I know you're there, all right? Don't get mad at me at all. I'm slow at everything. I'm sure you know by now. Oh, quite a few. So, the guys, you guys are talking about the traveling library there. Michelle Brown is doing 28 counts. Alandra says, I put last pictures on the Facebook. Good, you've joined our Facebook. Definitely have a look. Definitely. Over 2 decades of stitching here. And I've got a little bit of coffee here because I came in late. I still wanted a coffee. So I still have a bit of coffee there. And of course, I've got my herbal tea as well, my matcha. Oh, Alandra says Tig. That's totally different though. Yes, so it's Tig and Tia. Oh, very nice. I like the one syllable names. It's just easier. It makes everything easier. Thank you so much. Tig and Tia. Rabbit Hole says, I'm working on my first Hay page. Finished. First Hay page finished. 196 to go. Amazing. Which project is that? The first Hay. I'm always curious to see, well, what makes people decide to go with a Hay project? You know, what would be the first? And I think my first, I'm trying to recall. Maybe it was this one or the quick stitch version of Little Cake Shop. Because the other day I was trying to look at my purchase history from Heaven and Earth, and it's all got a little bit blurry. I just remember I fell in this rabbit hole, never got out. But the sequence of events, it all got a bit little bit blurry, because this one, oh, I haven't told you the story. I think I mentioned it once before. That was ages ago. This piece that you're looking at is actually the second attempt. So this one might be the first then. Yes, I remember now. It's all coming back now. So I got this pattern, which is a mini as well. So I've been sticking to the same version. But what happened was, when I first decided to go for Hay and full coverage, I had no idea if I liked it. I was going to like it. And I didn't have any DMC. I didn't have CXC. Didn't even know what CXC was. But I knew of DMC. And then I just, saw everybody using DMC. But I thought, well, I haven't got any. But I just wanted to try it. I want to see if I like this way of stitching. So you know what I did? Because throughout the years, I've been doing crafts and everything. I've got some, bits and pieces of loose floss everywhere, kind of built up actually. And also I've been doing sort of smaller projects from Dimension and everything. And even though with Dimension projects, they don't give you the DMC numbers either. So, but I've got a stash of random, DMC floss everywhere. Not DMC, there's some DMC and some Anchor and some, unknown brands everywhere, which I use for crafts and things. A little bit of embroidery here and there throughout the years. So what I did was, oh my God, it's a little bit of a saga, okay? In order to save money on the floss, I actually went about and do something later on. Turned out to be quite costly. Because what I did was, I got a piece of, I think 14 count fabric. Because at that time I was stitching mostly 14 count, maybe up to, I think 16, most of them, majority of them. And what happened was, I I decided, I thought I was being clever, okay? So I got, oh, I have to show you this. Now I think about it. I have to explain to you. Do not waste money, okay? Do not waste money getting one of these. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on, bear with me. This is all coming back now. So I'm trying to find the other one. I want to show you. Let me see if I can find it. Yes. Oh, guys, this is what happened. And this is the history of this piece, okay? Let me zoom out a little bit. Let me show you what happened, how I got here. And this will probably be, you know, you can use that as a reference. So when I got this pattern, the first one, I'm pretty sure it's got to be the first one, I decided to be clever. And then I thought, well, you know, I've got a lot of loose floss, and these are bright colors. I decided to match, to eyeball these colors myself. I just look at a markup, and I go, well, I've got some oranges. And then, you know, I actually end up compile a whole, you know, quite a lot of floss, actually, all unknown brands and random colors. And I decided that, you know, it's okay. I don't need the, you know, DMC numbers or whatever. I just get what I've got and then just eyeball colors. And in the beginning, I was Googling all the DMC numbers on, on Google, I ask you, and look at the numbers and go, huh, it looks like this one. You know, I just pull out all my random floss there. And then I managed to, you know, find the closest colors, just looking at the Google, okay? We're looking at the screen. And then I decided, okay, that seems a bit off. Maybe I could get a DMC chart, a thread chart, right? So if you have DMC thread chart, you don't have to Google every single color. But of course, you all know thread charts are very expensive. So what I did was, I was being so clever. I went on Etsy and I got this one. All right, you have a look, okay? So this is the thread cards with pictures. This is what I did. This is the first one. It still looks brand new because, you know, I didn't really get it to do, to use it that much. So I used the thread charts. So I thought, well, this will save me from having to Google like 90 colors. And I just look at this one, and then I just pick from my random stash and eyeball the colors. And then I realized, so this one, I can't remember, maybe 12 pounds or something, because the actual thread charts is like, oh, I can't remember, nearly 50 pounds, at least at that time, if I remember correctly. And as soon as I got this one, I instantly realized these are pictures. So the colors are not very hard to match, you know, it's probably off from the real threads anyway. So you know what I did? In order to save money on DMC, I spent like 12 pounds on this one, got it, and realized it's not very useful. So I got the actual threaded version, which costs a lot more. I think with this money, I can probably buy a whole stash of DMC floss. But I thought I was saving money because I said, well, what if I don't like it? If I got a whole bunch of DMC threads and I don't like, you know, full coverage. So these are actually threaded ones, really pretty. And then I got this one, used it for a little bit, and I go, nah, this is just not working because there will be colors there I don't have, even with the whole stash I have. And, you know, and then I came across Little Cake Shop as well, which is 250 colors, guys. And that's when I gave in. I just go, no, if you want to do it right. So, but, you know, I actually got fairly, well, not far, but nearly a page using eyeball stitching method, eyeball color spotting method. I actually did that. And I got I started from the center as well, because at that time, I only knew how to start from the center. So I started from the center, stitch almost a page, And then I learned that you can start from the upper left or from the corners. And on the same piece, the 14 counts, I went up trying to count as correctly as I could and tried to start from the upper left and started from there again, hoping they will meet somewhere in the middle. Yeah, I know. So, yes, Rabbit Hole says, Yogi, that's insanity. Yes. Insanity or cluelessness. But that's how I got here. Because sometimes you try to go around, roundabout way, trying to save this or save that. It turned out that I spent, money on things that I didn't need. And, the £60 I spent on both charts, I can probably buy a lot of DMC. So there you go. But the threaded chart is not totally useless. Occasionally I look at it for references, but ultimately I don't need to. Once you've got actual DMC floss, you just, you don't need the thread cards. Not thread cards, the thread chart. But yeah, it was quite an experience. But to be honest, at that time I just wasn't sure. I just didn't know. I thought I could, take shortcuts. So that's my mini quilt room, patchwork quilt room story. This is the first one, come to think of it. But this is the second attempt. The first piece was my first hay, and I still have it. Maybe I'll show it some other time. But it's memory. It was during COVID-ish, and I just fell into this rabbit hole here. So the first one was this one I was drawn to. I probably saw someone stitching it, and I thought, oh, what a pretty pattern. And I didn't even know who it was. I didn't know Ciro Marchetti or whatever. And now I just picked up another thread here. I think I've got another one underneath there. Hang on. Let me just get things organized. Oh, okay. Never mind. This is where I am. And now, yeah, the rest is history. Because by the time I get to the little cake shop, I just knew that there's no way I'm going to be able to eyeball all those colors. It's a max color, so. And Naomi Wallace says, going to try 32 count 1/1 tent for traveling library. Oh, yes, definitely. Definitely. And Naomi's looking forward to the marathon on Saturday. Me too. Me too. And I got my fabric today for the traveling library at last. So I feel better now. Because there's always a chance something goes wrong. I don't get the fabric. But I've got my fabric now. Now I just have to take it out and measure it about 5 times to make sure they haven't got it wrong. Guys, do so. It doesn't matter if you have measured it once, twice, do it again. Just make sure you have all the margin and the orientation. This one's portrait, so just make double sure. It's all good to go. Oh, the first one for rabbit hole is what? The first one you go for museum shelf max colors. Wow, that's very brave. Have you done? You must have done full coverage before for you to be so confident. It's a little bit scary, isn't it? I am going to move my thread over here and maybe do a few stitches here. There are a few more over here. Why not? Let me have a look. And go wherever I want. Landria says the first one I bought was in 2000, early 2000s, and I still haven't started it. It was pretty fairy blue-green wings on a beige background, and it says "Follow your dreams." Is it from? Was it from Hade? How long has Hade been around doing what they're doing? I don't know. I really only discovered them during COVID. Maybe 2000 and the end of 2002, to be honest, because I noticed all the floss tube channels, and at that time I didn't even know there was such a genre existed. I was like, well, my God, there are videos of people stitching, and I just thought I could learn from them, so I watched them, but I didn't know what they were called, and so it took me a while to get to Heaven and Earth, because I just saw the hashtag hate a lot, and I thought they were spelling head incorrectly. What is that? And someone enlightened me and go, hey, that's Heaven and Earth design. And my God, the day I went to look at their website, I don't think I left, I just stayed there for quite a while before I left. I was mesmerized. I didn't even know you could kit up your own projects. Didn't know, because prior to that, everything was a kit for me. Everything with cross-stitching is a cross-stitching kit. I thought, oh my God, there's a whole bunch of people. A bunch of stitchers, they were just kitting up their own patterns, and their companies, they're only selling patterns. I had no idea. Oh my goodness. Sarah says, my first hay was in 2014, and I completed 32%, but sadly it was destroyed in a flood. Oh my God, yes, that's natural disaster. That could, yes, destroy your work. My goodness. In a flood. Oh my goodness. Yes, that's got to be heart-wrenching. But I suppose if the flood destroyed the piece, it probably destroyed a few other things as well. I think they're probably even more, important, I think. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Rabbit says, regarding the orientation, says, mark the top. I always put some red stitches at the center top. Yeah, sometimes I'll, if it's a landscape, and before I frame it, because you kind of move your fabric around sometimes, and I do put a little arrow or something, like a mark on the top area. I do try to do that as well, because I have stitched in a incorrect orientation with a wedding shop. I told this story before. It could happen easily, because once you frame your fabric, you don't know which way it's facing. You just presume it's the correct orientation until you know it's not. Two, three, and particularly after the Gecko Rouge debacle, I just, now I try not to be overconfident about anything. I check the total stitches, number of stitches on my app over and over again, and check the fabric, check the margin, check everything. This blue, this green color is so pretty. These are some of my favorite colors. You know, the turquoise blue is one of my favorite colors, and along with the pinks. I've got many t-shirts, kind of, maybe not as bright, but along this blue. Here. Where am I? Hang on. 1, 2, 1. That one as well. Tig says, yes, it's a Hay design. I have several by now. A Gothic fairy, Scorpio fairy, museum shelf, stitching in time. And that's a bookshelf with lots of titles. Yes, that's a very popular piece as well. And you like fairies, I can tell. Very nice. So I'm going to mark these ones because it's not up to date with this one. Got this one. Oops. Not all the stitches are caught up here. Right. Trying to mark them as I go. Should be okay. I'm not coming to this area just yet. I'll catch up with the stitches. Marnie says, hello everyone. Still working on my big brown blob of Middle Earth. Is that extra large? Is that correct? My goodness. Well, I hope you're enjoying it. I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. I think if you choose a pattern like that, you know, you're probably going in totally passionate and drawn to the pattern. So you wouldn't do it if you don't absolutely love it to bits. And let me pick the next one. See if I can figure out which one this is. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3 from the left. 1, 2, 3. I think this is the one. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Is it looking good? Wendy says, my first Hay was about 2009. It's complete and hang on my wall. It's called Mask of Autumn by Jessica Galbraith. 2009. So that's 15. How many years is that? 19. And then 5, nearly 6 now. Wow. That's like 15, 16 years ago. That's amazing. So Hate's been around for a little bit, I'm guessing, because I didn't know who they were until recent few years. And to be honest, if I didn't check the purchase history, in my mind, I was thinking maybe I've been doing this type of stitching a little bit longer, because previously I have referred to pieces I thought I started around 2002 or 2001. It's actually not true. It's just my memory is getting a little bit confused during COVID, I think. In fact, my first purchase of this pattern, I think maybe it was 2000, in the end of 2002, maybe toward Christmas. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's nearly 2003. That's not super long ago. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, so Tia knows the artist as well, Jessica Galbraith. Huh. Right. So she says, I've gone off fairies as I gotten older. Yes, I tend not to get drawn to kind of fantasy themes. If you look at the pieces of my choice, I like spaces, kind of cozy spaces with things. And, mostly it's also because then you have different things to stitch, with. A lot of these kind of fantasy themes, even though it's really pretty, but you're stitching the atmosphere most of the time rather than objects necessarily. It could be like, fantasy forest or fantasy, I don't know what is. That for me is just, I just know that my mind is going to get, it's going to be too challenging for me to stitch something like that, or black, dark colors, or just single color, very similar colors. I'm going to just find it very hard. And Tia says, I move house a lot. Tig, sorry, not Tia. Tig says, I move house a lot, so I track my based on which house I live in. Okay. In which I bought them. Yes, that's a good way to reference, like to remember. Yes. It's weird because I stitched so many of these full coverage ones during COVID. And sometimes it's weird. Some pieces, I have very little sort of memories attached to them. But some pieces, like a Carouge, I can literally tell you what I was doing, what I was watching on my screen, on my computer, as I was stitching a certain part of the piece. It's weird. Sometimes certain things kind of just get stitched into the piece. But some pieces I don't associate it necessarily with anything. It's weird. Ah, so the daughter is taking over your fairy pieces. That's nice. Yes, quite. We kind of chat about quite a lot of stitchers here saying that they're going to pass on their work, either finished or unfinished, to their children or grandchildren. Yes, definitely. And it's quite a personal kind of piece, because you literally touch every single thread on the piece, you know, every single part of the fabric. It's very personal. Marnie says, it's a present for my son. Marnie, are you referring to the map? The massive blob map? Wow. It's a present for my son-in-law's 30th in 3 years' time. He's planning of having Lord of the Ring party. Well, no pressure, Marnie. If he's planning a party already, you know, the finished piece will have to be there. And remind me, are you doing the oversized one? Because you are. Can you maybe swap to a mini? You know, like the size Joyce is doing. Joyce is doing a mini one. And that looks a little bit more doable. It's 3 years. My goodness. And how many whips have you got? Please don't tell me that's the only piece you're stitching. Because I have to put you in the alien club, okay? You decide. Oh, Susan says, and fairies have eyes, Yogi. Yes, I know. Maybe gentle eyes, but still eyes. I cannot do eyes. Yes. I think the regulars know. I do have eye phobia. And to be honest, human face as well. If it's not close up, I can cope. You know, if it's just a human figure, but even human figures, I try to avoid. I don't know. It's just a little bit tricky. Where am I? So here, and then I've got it here. Got that one. And oh, I see what's happening here. So I might do this one as well, because it makes sense. Right. And I'm moving over here, second one. I think I'm getting a little bit better in terms of, you know, finding my spot when I'm doing cross country. I'm used to be a lot more scared, thinking that if I wander off just one block, I'm going to just get totally lost. I'm just not confident about, you know, all the stitches are in the correct position. And of course, a lot of times the concern is quite founded, because I do stitch in wrong locations fairly frequently. That is true. That is true. Let me take a sip of my tea here. Still really hot. Ashley Wilkinson, did I say hello to you? If not, I'm so sorry. Yes, Ashley is going to bed to get some sleep. Have a good night stitching, she says. Yes, Ashley, night-night. If I didn't say hello, I'm saying night-night to you. And sweet dream, okay? Yes, I'm terrible. Nighty-night to Ashley. Marnie says, bring on the UFOs, as this is all I'm working on until it's done. No, Marnie, you need to follow this lady on Instagram. Instagram, she's stitching I think it must be the same piece. It's a massive map, and I think according to Joyce, it is the piece, even though her version is really big. So I'm thinking that might be the one you're working on. I'll show you. I'm using my phone for the chat, but I'll probably post it on the Facebook group, if you're part of the group, I'll post the lady's Instagram account. I've shown this on the stream before because I just cannot believe it. You know, there's no chance I'll survive a piece like that. But she's been working on it. I've been following her for probably more than 2 years. This is the only piece I ever seen her working on. And she's working from one end of the map to the other end, and it all looks the same. It's like every single picture she posts on Instagram, they all look the same, but they're different parts of the project. Oh, you need to follow her. You know, you and this lady need to catch up and figure out, you know, what is going on. What is going on with you? Why? So this one is over here. I need to double check. Where am I? It is true. Oh, this block is actually not done yet. I got too excited and marked this one. Actually, let me remove that. That's why I'm confused. Because I just marked a 10 by 10 block, which I haven't done yet, as done. Okay, so that 20%, guys. We might need to revise that, okay? But it's only 100 stitches. Let's have a look. This block I haven't done, all right? I don't want to cheat. I never cheat, okay? When it comes... I might cheat on other things, but when it comes to stitch counts, I do not cheat. Hang on. Oh, yeah, hang on. It is done. What am I talking about? No. It is done. It is done. So I'm going to undo it. Yes, it is done. I'm just looking at the wrong spot here. Why am I looking at the wrong spot? Okay, no, I'm good. I'm good. I didn't mark the wrong stitches. Those were done. Those are actually done here. 10 by 10. It's here. For some reason, I thought I hadn't done. In fact, I actually done more than my percentage because these ones are not marked on my pattern there. So I'm way over 20. Okay, guys, it's all good. It's all good. I'm still a 20% stitcher, okay? Tig says, I'm there with you, Marnie. My daughter found this unfinished project in my room when we moved and decreed me I must finish it for her. Oh, that's a harsh crowd you've got there, Tig. You know, these are not, you know, samplers. You can rustle up in a few weeks or a few months. These are big pieces. Oh, children have no concept of time. They just think they've got forever. Like, you know, centuries and centuries. Good. I know which one this is, I think. The color doesn't look right. Oh, no, hang on. These are done. I didn't mark them. Why? Yeah, these are done. Right here. Oh no, hang on. I'm so confused. Did I stitch them in the wrong spot? Oh man, seriously. So it's okay. It's okay. It's all good. I can fix this. I can fix this. So these are not done, these two. But I've done the other two by accident. That's it. But they're very similar in color. So I think I'm good. I can, you know, I can hide my, my crime scene here. I'm sure I can. You won't know. So these two are green. It's okay. I can do this. I can do this. And this one is actually this one here. Now I know what's going on here. So Teek says, mine is much smaller though. Oh. But it's still a map. You have to work like as a single project for 3 years. Oh, just the thought of it. I'm slightly claustrophobic, but I'm claustrophobic mentally as well. So just thinking about that makes me nervous. I probably start to have, panic attack in a bit. Here, it's all good, so good. We can do this. Antique says there's a lady on Twitch stitching scale version of the Sistine Chapel. My goodness, it's crazy. I've never seen one so big. Oh my goodness, I can't even think about that. And the confetti that were probably involved. Oh dear. I think we don't make it easy, do we? I mean, to be honest, as much as that sound, borderline insane, I do have very big projects as well. My Gecko Rouge, and also I just bought a super sized project pattern, the Sleep Time. So yeah, there you go. I think we just we like a bit of a challenge. I could have chosen the mini, but I didn't, did I? Marnie, you probably feel quite comfortable in the Alien Club. Yes, you and that lady on Instagram, you two will get along really well, I think. I'll make sure I post that for you on the Facebook, our Facebook group. Yeah, because I've been following that lady for quite a while, over 2 years. And at some point I thought, well, surely she's going to want to do something else. Or maybe just rest on the project for a little bit. Maybe go, well, now I'm going to stitch some side dishes, maybe a bit of a little cake shop or something, something a little bit pink. It's got more colors than brown and black. But no, no way. She just kept going. And if you look at the progress, I honestly do not think she will have time to stitch anything else. Even if she's kind of secretly stitching something else, I just don't think realistically she would be able to do that. Because she's moved pretty far with that piece and it's still massive. Oh, I love this. I know it looks random, but it's all good. And also this way of stitching is that you probably come across less single stitches. If you do it block by block, some of them, there's only 1 or 2 stitches each color. But if you do it like, cross-country-ish, you just take care of these loose stitches as you go. I'm sure I'll tell you a completely different story next time when I decide to do block by block. Normally, the method I'm doing that particular day is my favorite. That's just how I am. Marnie's questioning, are we insane? Yeah, Marnie, you are. Certified. If you like some sort of certificate, I can give you one. I'll hand out, a little official certification for you if you like, and submitting you to our Alien Club. So if you get to join the Alien Club, you automatically get a certificate. It's universal, universally recognized. So you can go anywhere and just flash the certificate. They'll go, oh, you're one of the Yogis Alien Club, and they'll go, okay, then you can go through to the international alien clubs. There are different branches, okay, and we'll work together to protect the community. We need to create a little bit of a segregation separation from, mere mortals like us. So, which one's this then? All right. Just checking. It's totally rhetorical. It's not like anybody is going to answer the question, okay? And go, Yogi, this is actually this. No, it's I'm just talking to myself at this point. One, two. Rabbit Hole says 148 stitches left. Oh, it's not a lot. That's less than 2 blocks, 1.5 block. And Laura says, hi Yogi and everyone. There is a YouTuber called Stitchery Lovers. Yes, I'm aware of the lady. She says, who does the one you're working on? 14 counts, 3/1. You know what, Laura? The lady, maybe she was the lady I watched. I remember she was doing very big stitches. You're right, Laura. I think she might be the one I watched and learned of heaven and earth and got this pattern. You're right, because I remember the person I watched. Because it all became a little bit blurry after a while, because I watched so many. But you're quite right, I think, because not many people do this pattern on 14. So I think the lady could be the one that I saw. Yes, so I thank her for bringing this pattern to me. So thank you, Laura. I'm going to take it over here, the few stitches here. Oh, how daring this is. Betty Hankins says, Gemma. Gemma who? Gemma Stitches, Gemma. That's the only Gemma I know. Laura says she's where I got the idea of three strand over 110. Yes. So remind me, Laura, is it 18 counts you're doing on the traveling library? And yeah, I think if you're doing 10 on 18 counts, yes, you probably need three strands. I don't think I ever worked on 3 strands. And do you like it, Laura? Because it's a massive piece. You have to love it. But Laura has done really well with that piece so far. She's gone pretty far. Yeah, she cheated, okay? She started without us, but a few others. But they're making lovely progress. So it's really nice to see that. It's a beautiful piece for sure. I can't wait till Saturday, can you guys? Now I've got the fabric, It's all real. It's all happening. And we're going to do a marathon, okay? So by the end of the 10 hours, I might hit the grand total of 300, guys. Brace yourself. That's my goal. At least 300 stitches. All right? I'm not kidding you. It will happen. Oh no, Rabbit Hole says the 140 stitches left are 43 colors. Okay, I'll see you in a week. Rabbit Hole. Oh dear. It's going to end with a bang. Sarah is having chocolate break. Oh, Sarah's trying to tempt me. Sarah's been doing 1,123 stitches so far today, and she's not done yet. Are you, Sarah? But, you know, Sarah is our manager, our captain. Well, I change her title every day. She's a captain, the boss, the leader of the pack, alien pack. Okay, guys, if you get submitted to the alien club, you'll meet Sarah, and she will give you cookies, okay, or biscuits, as we say here. But yeah, Sarah is 1,123 stitches so far today. Round of applause. I know for aliens this is nothing, but she's just trying to show us this is what you can be when you're alien, okay? Yes. So round of applause for Sarah, and she's not done yet. She's not done yet. I'm sure probably another 1,000 to come. The day is still young in Sarah's alien world here, okay? Well done, well done. And Sarah's is topping up her energy with some chocolate. Amazing. I might have a piece myself in a bit. And Marnie says, Nicola, simply a stitcher, is doing a Middle Earth map as well. She's a much faster stitcher than me. Oh, she doesn't make her life easy, does she? Yes, I'm aware of Nicola. I think she's British as well. British. I may have come across her channel. I haven't visited for a little while, but yes, I'm aware of Nicola. She's been mentioned many times in our chat. Amazing. Oh, a whole bunch of aliens. Thank God I named my channel correctly. You know, if I just say, hey, normal stitching yogi, normal speed stitching yogi, you're gonna look at my speed and go, I don't think so. This is not normal. So, oh, thank God, yes. Or I have to change channel name. Yes, Michelle says 30 stitch an hour. I know it sounds incredible, isn't it? But I think I can hit that, Michelle. I'll do my best, you know. And I might need to take a break in between. I mean, 30 stitches an hour can be quite strenuous. But I think I'll do my best. And, you know, it can be done. It can be done. Susan says you did over 600, I think, last marathon, Yogi. Susan, thank you. But bear in mind, last time, the 10-hour marathon, I did 10 stitches, okay? T-E-A-T-U-N-T, I can't spell. 10 stitches. But don't mention it to anyone. Yes, I did 650 something. But it's 10 stitches, guys. Okay, Susan, let's just keep it between you and me. Laura says it's a bit difficult, but I think it may be because I started at the ceiling. Yes. I mean, quite a few pieces I find, Amy Stewart pieces, it starts from ceiling and the wall, because my little cake, the little cake shop is also starting like that, and also few other pieces of her library pieces, they'll start from that angle. Maybe it's just she likes that for her artwork, but it's very challenging for mere mortals like us, you know. Before you stitch anything juicy like a book, you have to stitch like acres of ceiling and a wall. Oh, it's a test of the will, I think. I think she does that deliberately to test if you're a real stitcher. Laura says, I'm going to do Kitschy Kitchen on 18 counts 2/1 full cross. And I'm going to be using CXC for the first time. Oh, amazing. That is a really fun piece. I wish I could do it, but there's too many eyes. I remember when I saw it on Heaven and Earth, I remember thinking, oh, that is so pretty. And I like the color scheme. You know, it's a lot of blue, turquoise blue, like this one, like a little bit like this color, right? But then I saw the eyes. Yes. I thought, that's a no-go, you know. I'm going to just freak out. But it's better than you than me, Laura. And 18 counts CXC, 2-strand, 2/1. Sounds lovely. You're going to get very good coverage with that. Teak says, I've done 5, 2, 3 stitches today. I'm not going as fast enough for me. It's not going fast enough for me. Oh, that, are you kidding? Have you seen me stitching? I'm here to inspire everyone, okay? If you can stitch faster than Yogi, you're good. A majority, probably all of you are. So, I'm just here to make everyone else feel better. No problem. I'll sacrifice myself. In fact, I can stitch really fast, but I don't want to because, you know, I don't want to make all of you feel bad. I don't want to do like, I can normally do about, you know, a couple of thousands, 9K a day, but I'm not going to do that, am I? I'm here to inspire all the slow stitchers. At least you're not as slow as Yogi. You're good. Yes. Oh, I like the cross country. Yes, it suits me today. Never thought I'd say that. And I wander pretty far, right? I've gone like all the way, like it's like 3 blocks. Oh, it's not just cross the village, okay? This is across at least the next town. I am proud. And Tia is going to bed now in Finland. Now is over 2 o'clock. Well done, darling. And she says, I'm going to bed now. You all have a great time and see you again. It was great being here. Yes, come back and see us. Hopefully in a more civilized hour tomorrow, perhaps. And so well done. Well done. It's nearly 2, bedtime. Laura says eyes. Yes, I know. Oh, yes, I'm getting nervous just looking at the emoji. Marnie says, when is the next marathon? I need all inspiration I can get. Marnie, your inspiration is not too far away. It's this coming Saturday. Yeah, I can't remember the date. You can check the calendar. But yes, on Saturday. And Marnie, depends on where you are. We're starting from 2 p.m. UK time, okay? And we're going to stitch all the way till midnight. You and me. Yes. There you go. If you need inspiration, you come to the right place. There. 2. Yep. Here we go. Michelle says, for traveling library, I'm going to do center start and do cross country spreading on 4 sides from the center and no parking. It was your video today when you were doing that stitching technique. Yes, I'm glad you call it a technique, Michelle. It was improvisation. Yes, I know which one you're referring to. You're referring to my Valentine's note, right? So guys, if you want to know my special technique, go watch a couple of streams ago, or maybe the last one, I think. And I was doing a windmill to start with. Windmill is basically a parking method, okay? Starting off as a parking method, you start with one block in the center, and then you park up, left, right, down, and sometimes diagonal. And you shape the part threads like windmill. Okay, so some of you have seen that. And from that session, I evolved from that to not parking block by block, kind of cross country and then park at the same time, because I just couldn't be disciplined enough to do block by block anymore. And then at some point I decided not to park anymore, so I was basically cross country outwards, like from any direction, but you start from the center. That's the bit. So it kind of blossoms like a flower shape. And, I'm not going to say what Susan says, okay? Susan saw a dead flower. I saw a beautiful flower blossoming. So there you go. Michelle, you can borrow that technique, okay? And no copyright. It's yours. It's yours. This is my gift to the world. So, yes, that's, yes. Oh, somebody called it free range. I think someone named it free range, and it's very appropriate. Yes, you're just free to go wherever you want, but you have to start from the center. So you kind of blossom evenly. You're gonna get. I suppose you can go to certain area and start blossoming, but it's nicer when it's from the center, and you can go wherever you want to go. I think, I'm not sure this one's correct. Let me see. What is going on here? I need to check the color. It looks like this one. 606. No. 817. Let me double check. 817. Which one is 817? I need to check on my master set here. Whoops. Earthquake. A17. Oh, it's not correct. What about 606? I probably parked in the wrong spot completely, which would be normal for me. 606. No, that's not correct either. So so this is a mysterious color. I have to snip it. If I just can't figure out what it is, then it's going, unfortunately, because I can't figure it out, which is fine. Rabbit Hole says, I'm developing a psychological theory of full coverage stitching styles. Oh, when are we going to read the essay? And I always say the way we organize our setup, for instance, or how we organize our threads, how you manage your sets, and also what stitch method you're drawn to probably has a lot to do with your personality. Even though I change my methods a lot, there's certain methods just doesn't do anything for me. I tend not to do it. I'm trying to think. I talked about this before. Maybe royal rolls, for some reason, it just doesn't speak to me. Even though I've gave it kind of another couple of goes. But it just doesn't make me want to go back and do it again. Whereas other methods, I kind of cycle around, and very often I come back to them. What else do I not like to stitch? I'm trying to think what other methods that is, block by block, I'm fine. I park, sometimes I don't park. I do cross country, and I try typewriter, which I like from time to time. It's not my go-to method, but it's kind of fun to do sometimes. What else? Let me have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So this one is this one. Trying to identify these mysterious threads. Yes. What other methods? Oh, I know. The really, really neat way of stitching, whether people do like a really tidy strip horizontally or diagonally, like, really, really precise diagonal. That I can't do. Yes, that's another one. But all the other ones, I like to try at least once, Michelle Brown says free range, yes. Did you come up with it? Was it Michelle? I need to jot this down because we need to put it down on our dictionary. Not only the terminology, but who came up with what, It's the history. It's a history of our channel. So we need to look after the record. So next time, is it Michelle you? Because I'm going to jot it down. No, it's this one actually. I got the color wrong. So yes, the flower method is free range. Susan says, you can borrow the dead flower technique. Yes, Aka dead flower technique. That'll be coming from Susan. What did I say about, personality and everything? You can tell just by what they, how they see things and how they stitch. What does it say about Susan? When I see blossoming flowers and Susan is seeing dead flowers, not even dry flowers, it's dead flowers. I ask you. Oh, not Michelle Brown. So whoever came up with free range, please come forward. I need to take your name. So we can be accurate with the history. Because sometimes, names pop up from the chat and we just go, hey, that's really nice. Let's call it that. And we build up quite a large list of things now. So some I remember, the earlier ones, but a lot of new ones. I literally need to have notes so we know. Because that's your contribution. So, and I don't know where I would record the dead flower technique from Susan. Maybe some sort of hidden page, like somewhere no one can find. I'll probably keep a record there. Rabbi Jose's one group of people values orderliness, organization, and most of all, not me then. That's not. I definitely do not belong to that group. Okay, what else have you got? I want to know where I fit in. I want to fit in. No, I don't want to fit in. I don't care really. Oh, see how far I've traveled. It's utterly shocking. It's almost like you're looking at a different person. There's a new yogi right in front of your eyes. I do not recognize myself looking at the fabric. Yeah, and recently I find more and more of my projects start to look like this, whereas before it looked like this. one way or the other. Even if I go, cross country, I try to complete things as I go. And I think, probably quite a lot of you do that because it makes sense. But recently, I find myself doing this. What does it say about me? I wonder. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Oh, let me have a sip of my tea. Michelle says, I was not on your live then. Maybe not particular one. We have many lives. And Rabbit Hole says, one group of people get bored with one method and switches between them. Yes, I'm in that camp. I raise my hands. Turtle Stitcher is here. Hello, hello. Hello, Heather. Michelle says, was it Sarah? I don't think it's a Captain Sarah. I can't remember. There was another person. Maybe Betty? I cannot remember. Yes, I'll find out. I'll find out. Yes. We'll figure that out. Vanessa says, where did Yogi go and who's stitching on her project? I know. Is there something else takes over, isn't it? It's like, hey, let's just go wandering like to the next town. On a scooter or something. It's 2005 autumn version of Yogi. It's a fashion show. We come up with new collections every season. So this is the new season, new Yogi. Okay, this is autumn 2005 that I'm sporting here. No, I don't think it's Captain Sarah. Kimberly says, I do like organized chaos, but I'll probably put myself in that camp. If you can call parking is kind of, chaos by design. There's an order to it if you can see it, but for people who don't park, it might look like a nightmare. But I can see a lot of order and neatness into parking. Absolutely. I mean, if you look at how Joyce parks her thread, it looks so tidy. I bet, even if you don't like parking, you look at the way, how neat. I don't know how she does it. I can do exactly the same thing, it would come out a complete mess. But that's what I mean about it's a reflection of the person. And you can't fake that, The way you stitch is the way you stitch. It's like you can't fake it because it will start to fight you. So the only way to find the method that actually flow with you, you just surrender. Just allow it to take over and try not to beat it. A little bit like yoga. I see a lot of parallels in life, in yoga. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Because when I see people being really, really neat, there's a part of me going, oh, maybe I want to try that. And then instantly I know, nah, ain't gonna happen. It's just, it doesn't work with my brain. Marnie says, free range makes me think of chooks. It's a bit like chicken. Just go anywhere you like, poking your head. and you're free. So free range chickens, yes, Betty. Was it you, Betty, who came up with free range? I think it's one of the Bettys. Susan. Oh, Susan is seeing through me, doesn't she? Susan says, I think it's a ploy, so it's more difficult to guess her stitches. Susan, you're not supposed to know that, okay? I'm trying to confuse you, because if I do block by block, and I do like a one block, you know, I've done 100. That's most of the time. But by this, you have no idea. I'm sure some of you are probably counting every stitch, you know? Because some of you have won so many times, it makes me wonder, are you counting? Have you got a pen, you know, next to you? If I make one stitch, you draw a line or something. And then you go, ha, got you. 60. Okay, I know. But yes, this will make it more challenging, wouldn't it? I know, I know. Oh, I'm so transparent. People just see through me. They were thinking I was being so mysterious and cunning. Oh, just not working with this tough crowd there. And also, the thing is, if I just go wherever I want, you know, even as I'm stitching now, I have no idea where I'm going to go next. And it's kind of exciting. It's kind of exciting. Whereas if you do a block, you know you're going to work within that block. Whereas if you do it like this, I have no clue. It's pretty fun. Right, I'm going to end this one now. Turtle Stitches says, now she's encouraging us to surrender and let the stitches take us. Are we joining a cult of yogi? Yes. Yes. So it will be a competition of who can stitch slower. It's like, if you stitch slower, in comparison, I stitch faster. You see what's happening there? You know? It's my cunning plan. Is it working yet? Just go, oh yeah, just stitch slower, you know? It's the art of slow stitching. And before you know it, you're hitting like 60 a day. And I'm like, hey, I'm a top of the class. You know, I do 61, you know? Oh, it's my cunning plan. Please don't tell anyone, okay? Between you and me. Oh, lovely tea. Should I have a piece of chocolate? Do you think I should reward myself after the vigorous power stitching in this area here? I think I deserve a nice piece of chocolate. And yeah, if you don't have chocolate, sorry, I'm gonna just eat it by myself. And but I'm sure you can you know, enjoy the chocolate with me in spirit. Okay? And I'm gonna just cut this open there. So this is my go-to chocolate here. You've seen this one by now, Motezuma. And I've got about half a pack left. I've been nibbling on this one. So here we go. Let me take one piece. A piece and a half. Cheers. Whoa, look at the star. And we've got my tea here as well. Oh, lovely. Mirren, hello. Sorry, I'm eating. I have a piece of chocolate in my mouth. Mary, welcome. Thank you, Heather. Yes, I'm enjoying this piece of chocolate. Very nice. Surrender to slow stitching, okay? You can learn from my technique. Basically, do one stitch and pause for at least 30 seconds before you do the next one. That's one technique, okay? Another one is important as well, is reverse stitching, okay? If you keep reverse your stitches, it's very hard to move forward. So that's one way. If you want to stitch slower, you know, you're just too fast. If you're stitching too fast, then just do some reverse stitching. Oh, Sarah is giving cookies for everyone. Now you can take a piece, okay? I'm going to eat majority of it. But you can have some, guys. Miriam says, Yogi is a speedy race car comparing to my snail pace of stitching. Oh, I don't believe you, Miriam. You're just trying to make me feel better. Or maybe you're trying to take over my cult. You know, Miriam's even slower. So she claims. I'm not sure that's possible. You have to prove it, Miriam. Turtle says, turtles can't go backwards, so I have to be extra careful to stitch it right the first time. Then you can use the second technique of, you know, stitch one and just pause for 3 or something like that, or 4 or 5. That's one way of doing it. You know, pace yourself. There's no rush there, is there? Okay, these ones I've done. Oh, shall I? That's really far away though. I'm just thinking the next stitch, I'm going from there to there. Is that too far? I'm a bit scared. But, Alright then, go for it. Because it's relatively unstitched around this area, so. Because normally I start to get very nervous. If it's like, this is nearly 2 blocks. My goodness, I jump from there to here. Oh, this is a new yogi for sure. But are you sure turtles can't go backwards? Surely they can. They just slide backwards. So if they need to head back to the other direction, do they have to turn around then? It's over here. It's here. Mary says, Yogi, I started watching your stream because I thought I found someone that's slower. That's a slow stitcher, but you still way faster than I am. Oh, I'm not sure I believe you, Miriam. Yes, that'd be quite remarkable. I hope you don't start, you know, another channel, even slower stitcher. Slower stitcher, as slower than Yogi stitcher. That's a channel name for you, Mary. I'll come watch it. Vaduhi, hello, welcome. Vaduhi says, I've never seen you stitching this late, Yogi. Vaduhi, I can tell that you have not seen all the sessions. You have been have come to see me live for every single stream, because I've gone on later. I know it's shocking, Vaduhi, but it has happened. And this would be the normal time for Mondays and Fridays. Okay, 9:07. So this is not going to be referred to as later. This will be just, you know, the time we start and end on Monday and Fridays. But he says it's almost 6 in California. California is in 6 p.m. not a.m. right? Turtle says turtles can't walk backwards because their hips aren't flexible enough. Oh, the turtle hips are not flexible. But I bet those hips don't lie, do they? They need to do yoga. Yes, exactly. I was about to suggest for those turtles to do some yoga to stretch the hips. Then you can, you know, twist to any direction you want, forward and back, whichever way you want. See, I can do reverse stitching, you know. It's not hurting my hips. My hips are flexible enough to do reverse stitching. So Miriam's very competitive. You can tell. You know, look at this. Miriam says, no, Yogi, people will be old and grey by the time I get 100 stitches in. See how competitive she is. Miriam's trying to be the slowest stitcher in the stitching world, okay? Currently, I'm wearing the tiara. Miriam's saying, oh no, I want that tiara right on my head. All right, Miriam, I know what you're doing, okay? 100 stitches. Well, I'll believe it when I see it, Mary. And Vadu says, good to know. I'm teleworking 2 weeks. Oh, as in working from home. So I can watch all your streams. Yes, absolutely. You had to report to the chat every day. So I know you're here, you know? No excuses. Oh, I'm stitching a little bit. Oh, I thought it was 310. It's not 310. It's quite dark, but it's 3371. Oh, I thought I wouldn't mind a little bit of 310 action there. But it's close. It's close. 3371. Toto says, I've been working on traveling library since Friday. Oh, you cheater, Turtle. And since Friday, and I still have 0 stitches. I'm only halfway done sorting threads. Okay then, I'll take it back. You haven't started, but you're sorting your thread. So yeah, the way it goes, you will be ready to start by the by the marathon date. Good. 0 stitches is good, so we can start together, okay? And let's see who hits 100 first, mirroring, you know. Mirroring says I don't need the pressure of stitching 100, like per hour. 100 per hour is a lot though. Oh, 100 stitches. Okay, Mirroring doesn't say per hour. How long does it take you to stitch 100 then? To be honest, I don't know. It really depends, isn't it? It depends on the type of stitches and also how confetti it is, isn't it? If you have to change your colors a lot, 100 stitches can take a very long time. Yes, people go grey by then. And from the sound of it, Susan, you're all ready to go, right? With your floss and everything for traveling library. And a very large piece of fabric, the size of a king-size bedspread, which Susan is going to turn into a curtain. That's war insulation by the time she's finished in about 50 years' time. Sarah says 150, 200 per hour. Is that your speed? Mary says your title is safe from me, Yogi. But I think if you're slower, you probably deserve that crown, you know? The queen of slow stitching. But then again, I have done 9,000 a day. It's true. It's so fun. I just keep stitching a straight line. Whereas if I used to do block by block, I have to come to a hard stop here, park it, and then pick it up again. Oh, Vadu, he says, so I gave up on Gemma's stitching method and doing my own thing. It's not for me. But you had a good try, though. You have studied the method and you tried. You know, you gave it a good go. And if it doesn't flow, it doesn't flow. Maybe you can come back and try again sometime in the future. You might feel differently. Who knows? And if not, that's just the way it is. I try royal rolls, you know, a couple of times. Not flowing. I'm letting it go. I know a lot of people like it. That's why I wanted to try to see what that is about. I kind of know what it's about, but it just doesn't flow with me. So that's fine. It's beautiful. Look at that. I have a window, another panel here. Oh. Sarah says that's my average. So 150, 200 per hour. So for me, on average, it's probably 3 hours for me to hit like 200, majority of the time. So there you go. There's aliens and a mere mortal, okay? But also, Sarah, I think for you, other than the speed, is the fact that endurance, right? Sarah is regularly doing marathon and stuff, and she stitches like 7 hours a day. That's like a lot. So there's endurance element to it as well. I don't think even if I had time, I wouldn't be able to do it for 7 hours. You know, not like sitting there quietly and just do 7 hours. No chance. Susan is having floss on bobbins. I took the floss list from the website. That's nice. It's all ready to go. Have you got a master set, or did you kit it up for the project? Because if you have a master set, it's just there, isn't it? So this one, let's have a look. Yes. Second one. That's why I love master set. Oh, what is going on here? Why does it look like this? It's supposed to be... Hang on. Alright, let me have a look. I'm getting confused. Okay. That doesn't look right. Alright. That's fine. Whew. I know where I am now. It's here. Lorraine, hello. Lorraine is in the chat and she says the banana slough is the slowest animal at 3 per 1,000 miles an hour. I stitch even slower. Oh, we've got another competitor in the slow stitching world, okay? They're all coming here to take my crown, my tiara. Lorraine's saying that she's even slower. So Lorraine, you and Miriam, who is the slower one? Go. Duke it out. I'd like to see a cat fight or turtle fight, you know? If we're gonna fight over who's the slowest, let's do it with style. Miriam says, honest yogi, I was doing the 30-minute per day sprints on my whip, which is concentrated stitching. So working on a block of one color, and I'm average about 40 to 45 stitches. Okay, for single color, 40 to 45 stitches per 30 minutes. So does that mean 1 hour you can hit close to 100, right? Isn't that correct? So 30-minute sprint per day on a web. Yes, that is, well, Miriam, yes, there's a sort of concentration element to it as well. There's endurance, as in you can stitch for long hours and not feeling tired, you want to rest. That's one element, but also concentration. You're absolutely right. I think my thing is more of focus. I tend to get distracted a lot. So if I do stitch, if I'm not streaming, right, I would probably stitch for 20 minutes, half an hour, and I'll walk away, do other things. Sometimes I come back and do a little bit more, or sometimes I'm like gone. If I get something else that I focus on, yeah, I just focus on that thing very often, and then move on to the next one. Yes, I do find that with me. So it's many folds. It's the speed, the actual stitching speed, but also it's the focus and also endurance as well. See, just like an athlete, you have to have everything. You have trainings for all disciplines in order to stitch like Sarah. And unfortunately, not many people are like Sarah. 7 hours a day, I ask you. Sarah says, the longer my husband works, the longer I stitch. All right, so I need to speak to my partner. So the reason I cannot concentrate is him. I see, I get it. I like it. Yes, if I'm slow and not be able to concentrate, that's what my partner's making me. I'll just blame it on him. I love it. So, or I just have to send him somewhere really far away and get him to work there for, most of the week, and maybe just, come back for some vegetables once in a while. Michelle says 328. As in, oh, spooky bingo, or is it the number of stitches? Oh, 328 stitches, and this evening I'm done with Ghost Spooky season. I will post on FB. Gonna go to bed. Michelle Brown, yes, Michelle. Night. 328 is tremendous, particularly for a piece like Spooky season, the Ghost panel, because that piece is not massive. So 300. 328 is quite a lot of stitches. Well done. I need to catch up on that piece as well. And Susan says she kitted up for the project. Yeah, because Susan, your situation is a bit more unique because mostly you do stitching kits. And I'm sure you have patterns as well, but those patterns might not need as many colors, right? And Susan, are you doing max colors? Remind me. If you're doing max colors, my goodness. Yes, that's quite a jump from what you normally do. And guys, Susan will be working on paper pattern, okay? Traveling library, paper pattern. And she doesn't mark her patterns. According to her, she just make a note on, I don't know, a page, the entire page. I don't know how you do that. I can't even get my head around. I'll probably start to, get cold sweat just thinking about it. When I stitch, there are times that I literally mark one stitch at a time, just make sure that I know where I am. And even then, I get lost, okay? So without marking, I have no idea what's going to happen to me. I'll probably just, you will never see me again. I'll probably just get lost somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 3. Turtle, that pacifist, and name the entire ocean after us. So turtles identify as turtle. Fair enough. Mirren says, I'm ADHD and my focus is terrible. Last night I spent about 4 hours on Hates Trick or Treat by Randall Spanner, I managed 54 stitches. Or maybe it's very confetti, you know. I don't think I'm particularly ADHD. My mind just kind of go everywhere, because sometimes I find myself, if I'm sitting on a desk, and I find myself doing 5 things at a time. Seriously, I'm doing 5 things at a time. Maybe that's why I need what? Susan? Oh, Susan says maybe I haven't marked some of the orange stitches. I know. Maybe they're from the previous session. Susan is trying to warn me with, and Sarah, which ones? You mean the stitches I'm doing, or stitches I've done already? You mean these ones? Do you mean this one? These ones? These ones are from previous sessions. Yes, my chart is not up to date, not completely. You're quite right. Are these the one you're referring to, or have I stitched something wrong? I'm currently this one over here on the right here. Have I stitched something wrong? Yes, you're right. These ones are not marked because I haven't managed to mark them all. But these were done from the last session. Is that correct, guys? Don't scare me. But these ones are correct, right? No? Yes, I think they're correct. So there are a few stitches I haven't caught up. And I don't want to mark them, because if I mark them, it will mess up my stitch count. You know, I don't want to end up stitching 9K again. That wouldn't be fair. Okay, Sarah says yes. So these are from a previous session. I'll mark them later, because there's a whole section here are not marked on my... Oh no, the block on the left is fine, but this one, and there are a few here, they're not match. They don't match my actual stitches. But I'll do them later. I don't want to cheat. But these ones are correct, right? The color I'm doing now. Oh, thank God. Yeah, and I was saying that if I'm not streaming, so streaming is actually, stitching with you is actually very good for my mind and my stitching, because if I, if it's left to me doing what I want, I will be doing 5 things at a time. I'll literally maybe have my fabric here, and I'll be looking to the camera, and then suddenly I remember, okay, I'm gonna do something with something, and before I know it, I'll be probably browsing on Amazon for to do some shopping, and I'll pick something and put in the basket, and I'll move on to something else and forget that I need to check out. Not forget, but my mind just drifted to the next thing. So sometimes the occasions I thought I had purchased something when I haven't, they're still in my basket. So I have that kind of mind, kind of slightly overactive. But when I focus on something, I can, and I can do it relatively well. But it takes a lot of drive to do that. If I'm working, I used to work in design, and I can sit there for entire day just building prototypes, and I will not budge. I will forget to eat. I'll forget to go to the loo, and I will forget. So I'm quite extreme. If I'm focused on doing something, I'm there. I don't want to do anything else. Or the other way, I'm trying to do everything. So that's why yoga really helps me, because when I'm doing yoga, I'm there. But not in a sort of unbalanced way, not in an obsessive kind of way. I can get very obsessive with things I'm interested in. I just forget to sleep. I resent sleeping. I just want to keep doing it. I don't know whether any of you are like me, but yeah. Miriam says, oh, so that's how you get 9,000 stitches done, Miriam. No, did did I just accidentally slipped and oh man, my legacy. Yes, it's on record, guys. You saw it 9,000. All right. Okay, what happened was that I imported one of these patterns to Saga. Okay, so I just blame Saga. How's that? And so I imported the pattern over from Pattern Keeper to Saga, and obviously when you imported a fresh copy, you have to mark everything you've done up to that point. So I marked that, which is fine. With Saga, you can start a sprint, right? And so it starts from 0. It doesn't matter how, whether you mark 10,000 or whatever. But what happened was I forgot to start a new sprint. So I have no idea how many I've stitched. And according to the app, I've done 9,000, okay? And it's on, the app is official, okay? Don't tell anyone. It's my legacy that we're talking about here. All right, so that's how it happened. All right. Now you know. Miriam says, that sounds very ADHD. Do you think? So ADHD, can you get obsessive with things that you just do not sleep or eat? Because I'm very extreme though, so I never consider myself ADHD. I just think that my mind is just very active. I don't know. Never thought about that. Do you think, Miri? Sarah says, I'm very obsessive. You should see my routine and all the checklist. I keep track of many things and give myself daily productivity score. Oh, that's a different kind of obsessiveness. I'm kind of obsessive in a not very organized way, if you know what I mean. It's like, I don't log anything. I just look at something in the distance. Maybe trusting my gut, that's the way I want to put it because it sounds good. I kind of just see something on the horizon and I just chase forward. That's me. I have no plans sometimes, no method. And I always, for some strange, weird reason, I always have this weird belief that I'll figure it out when I get there. And probably because majority of times, I actually managed to do that. So I kind of just build up this strange confidence that I can just get there. I'll figure something out. So I don't log anything. I don't write anything down rarely. I'm just not organized. So that is not how I track things. I track it with my mind. And there's a very high level kind of plan there in my mind. That makes sense. But I don't have any actual plans. But Sarah's situation is maybe both can be true. Maybe for some people they're obsessive in a very kind of, they need to know everything. They need to have a very clear vision in front of them. So maybe that's the other side of obsessiveness as well. Susan says, sorry, I have a Nepal phone and schedule software update. Had a phone call at this time, Susan. Are you doing some sort of illegal dealing with overseas countries? Why would you get a phone call at this time? And schedule software update. Oh, it sounds like a code word for something. Susan, you can tell me. I won't tell anyone. Susan is talking code. Andrea says, hello, Andrea. She says, I'm a total type A personality, deadlines, to-do list, goal. So you're maybe Sarah. Sarah is a little bit like that as well, from the sound of it. But do you get upset if you don't meet the deadlines, though? So my question would be, are your deadlines realistic? If you are, then that's a good trait to have, I'm thinking. But if not, you probably get frustrated a lot, you know? And I don't set kind of deadlines because I don't like the feeling of having to do something. So probably learning from the past, I don't know. I just feel like I perform best when I just do it without having to impose a deadline. I don't know, rightly or wrongly. Where am I here? Hello? Because I've got some stitches not marked on my chart, so I'm getting confused. So here we've got, oh, okay, I know where I am now. 1, 2, 3. I've got 1 stitch down. Ah, okay. Here. Miriam says the obsessive drive with forgetting to eat, etc., is very autistic. Oh, and scattered. Lack of focus or trying to do everything is ADHD type. I'm both autistic and ADHD. They often fight each other. Oh, I never even thought about being autistic. Am I? I don't know now. Now I have to go and have a checkup. No, I won't. It's probably just better not know. Just be, right? And that's why yoga helps me so much. Yoga is probably one of the very few things in life I can just settle there and do it for like ages. Wow, that's interesting. So the not sleeping, but my dad was like that as well. So I always thought that I'm taking up my dad. My dad was really kind of, he's probably more ambitious in a kind of traditional way. He was very driven with his business. He wanted to be number one in everything. Whereas I don't particularly want to fight the number one because I'm not competing with anybody. I'm just being me. But if I'm into something, I'll just do it until I have no sleep for 3 days. I resent eating and sleeping. That's true. But I always thought, well, maybe that's a good trait because then it allows you to do things, right? But I don't know. But I'm not competitive. I don't think I am. It's not really kind of in my blood to do that. My dad was very competitive. Andrea says, I don't get upset if I miss the deadlines. I just have billions of things going on. It's a bit like me then. No, the thing is, I don't want to set deadlines because I don't want to get upset. Maybe I would get upset if I said, things I can't. I don't know. Yeah, it's a cycle, isn't it? It's like, I don't want to disappoint myself by not having deadlines. If that makes sense. Which is slightly different from, not wanting, I don't know. Because I know in my mind, deadlines don't help me. It just set traps for my mind. And that's why when I started this channel, I had kind of thought about maybe I do every day. Sounds like fun. Sounds like a challenge for myself. But even now, guys, I'll be honest with you. Even now, if you ask me, do you stream every day? I really hesitate to say yes or no. Because in my mind, I'm in denial that I'm doing every day. I just want to, allow myself to come here. Because in my deep down, I want to. But I don't want to admit to myself that's what I'm doing. Because at the moment I started saying, hey, I'm here every single day, I start to set trap for my mind and I want to escape from it, which I don't want to. So why set a kind of dead corner, dead end for my mind to say, hey, this is what you commit to do. I don't want that. Maybe that's why I can't get married, because just the idea of being permanent, like something that's permanent, my mind starts to go wild. So I have to manage my own mind by telling myself certain things so I can manage it without going, nuts. Susan says, no, phone needed a software update. Now that you have to go and answer phone calls as well. Who is calling our Susan right now? She's busy. Yeah, stop it, All right, fair enough. Yes, there is an update. Yes, I did that just before the stream, so I know what you mean. For my computer anyway, I have to check the phone. Oh, Susan is so organized. She scheduled her software update for 2 a.m. Not thinking the live would be going. Susan, you need to be ready for the live stream. It could happen anytime, okay? Your job is be here with me. So I know there's another stitcher in the UK that's actually awake. Yes. So you need to be ready all the time, This one here. So I have to play tricks with my mind all the time, and I know how to manage it by now. I've kind of identified, the issues here. So I just verbally tell myself, or on the surface, surface of the mind, I say, hey, I'm only here because I want to. Which it is, but it just so happen it's kind of every day. But I'm not doing that. I'm not doing everyday stream. No. Sarah says, I don't sleep much. My brain goes over my schedule over and over. Oh, active mind. I know it. Yes, you can. Mind can start to kind of race through things. Yes, that's why I find yoga helps. Because at least it kind of gives my mind a rest from time to time. And you have that, even just during the practice session, it will eventually, I think it helps my mind to kind of slow down a little bit. And slowing down my stitches as well. Stitching. Slow down a lot. In fact, normally I can stitch really fast, okay? It's true. Andrea says, I had to be more organized due to medical routine. So if I was forced to be more, organized. Right, so you know when to do something, to take medications and stuff. Yes, that's important. Kimberly, night. Kimberly says, good night, Yogi, and everyone. Have a great night or great day, exactly, wherever you are. Night, or I don't know what the time of day you are in. Whatever you do, enjoy the rest of the day. It's good to see you. Miriam says, I definitely relate, Yogi. I love it. If I didn't have to sleep or eat, the more deadlines I have, the worse I am. Yeah. Or I don't like, just the word deadlines. It just gets, I get heart palpitation just listen to that. I don't like it. Anything with an end to it, like by this time, you have to do something. My instinct is just to go, well, I don't want to. I know. What do you do with a mind like this? So I have to lie to myself all the time. And I know that I'm lying to myself, but it works. My subconscious mind believes that, even though my conscious mind knows that I'm lying. So I'm telling fibs to myself all the time. No, you don't have to do anything. You're free. to do, not do that. Yep. Oh my goodness, nearly 2:02. Jeez, where's time gone? Let me pick my final color then, in that case. Let me pick one. That's really fun. How about this purple here? The purple sounds nice. Time really flies, it's crazy. Miriam says, you only stream when you feel like it, Yogi. It's only coincidence that you like to stream most days. Yes, Miriam, exactly. That's exactly it. You got it. But don't tell anyone. Yes, I'm really just, for some reason, about the same time every day, I'm just wondering, in front of my computer and turn on the camera, and that's it. I'm not doing anything. That's it. 1, 2. I think it's this one. Yes, I got it. So this one, I've only got 5 stitches, depending on whether I want to take it over there, but I've got 4 left, guys. So you know by now, if you're regular, if you haven't been here, we play a game at the end of each session, okay? It's called Guess My Stitches. And if you're going, guess what? Yes, exactly. It says on the tin, it's Guess My Stitches, as in, my stitches. And so you get to guess how many stitches I've done today from the beginning of the session. And if you go, I wasn't here in the beginning of the session, do not worry. Just take a guess, okay? That's what everybody does. Now, who's counting? I'm not counting. So your guess is just as good as mine, all right? And I have no idea how many stitches I've done. And now, as someone mentioned, I'm making it very, very hard, okay? And because quite a few of you winning too many times, I'm not happy with that. I want to make it hard, so you have to work on it. And so it's totally random. Look at the chat; they have no skill whatsoever, but some of them manage to win. Okay, so you can win too if you put your mind to it. And if you're lurking, just come up forward and throw a number at me. You can go back and lurk again. How good is that? And it's called lurk and unlurk and run, or something like that. Yeah, you can come up with a snappy name for that. Unlurk and run. Okay, just throw a number in my face. You can go hiding again. You're allowed to do. Lurking is your birthright. I will not take that away from you. Okay, and let me bring on my state-of-the-art Guess My Stitches game machine. You've never seen this one before? Brace yourself. It's state-of-the-art NASA technology. I work with Elon Musk on this one in my basement. Boom. Okay, there you go. And I'm going to do the final 2 stitches, and you can come up with a number, okay? And you might be the winner tonight. Who knows? And the winner, you might go, well, what do I get out of the trouble? Let me tell you. First of all, second prize is that, you get to enjoy the buffet with me. I know we have delicious buffet every day provided by everyone here. I bring nothing, I come empty-handed. I don't even share my chocolate, okay? But everyone else bring their share of buffet. You get to enjoy it with me. I'm going to be eating most of it. And also you get the capital R, respect from everyone here. Okay, now that's priceless. You can't get it anywhere else. And it could be your night tonight. How good is that? Now I've done my final stitch here. Okay, and I'll give you a quick recap and give you a few moments to come up with your magic number here. All right, and I want to see you showing up on the chat and putting that number there for me. So here we go. So today, this is where I am. This is a piece called mini Patchwork Quilt Room. I've got many pieces. It's called Quilt Room, Craft Room, everywhere. And so this is really, really pretty. Let me just quickly show you what this piece looks like if you weren't here in the beginning of the chat, okay? Of the stream. Boom. Isn't that pretty? So much going on. It looks like, anybody's dream craft room. And particularly if you do patchwork, which I don't. I have tried and failed terribly, but I can stitch this piece. So this is the piece from Ciro Marchetti, okay? I'm back here with the numbers here. And so today, pretty much working on this area, really. More of this area. So you can see I've cleared up a lot of the part threads here. And gradually, at least for now, I think my plan is probably move toward no parking for a little bit. I quite enjoy it. So a lot of time I'm just transition into parking, no parking, block, no blocks, and get things done. I come this far. So let's have a look at our numbers today. The first number submitted by Susan, 230, Rebecca, 222, Andrea, 321. And I think somebody threw like, oh no, it's not for me. Sorry, it was someone else's stitch count, like 600 or something. Betty Hankins, 239. Naomi Wallace, 350. And Selita, 241. Okay, a lot of 250-ish. And Sarah, 263. Marnie, 152. Miri, oh, hello. I'll be listening as I'm ready to go for a dance class. Miri, I love dancing. I grew up doing ballet. Enjoy, Miri. And Grace Austin, 242. And Steve, 177. Guys, are you ready for the grand reveal of my number? 3, 2. Oh, hang on. Let me turn this on. And 1. Go. Guys, it's 224. Oh, someone's very close. I think Grace pretty close. 224. And Selita is pretty close as well. No, Betty Hankins, 224 is, and oh no, hang on, Rebecca, 222. And Susan, 230, not too far away. I think those close numbers, you're winners. How's that? So we have Susan. Okay. Tonight I'm feeling generous. So we have Susan, Rebecca, and I think Betty is pretty close as well. And Selita as well. Selita here. How's that? So, and Grace as well. Well, we have multiple winners. I think you're close enough that you should be winners. And because such a random guess, so well done everyone. Let's bring on the delicious emoji. Let's impress those lurkers, or maybe next time they'll come forward. How's that? Yes, beautiful. Let's have a look. Sarah has brought on healthy fruits and vegetable fruits, mostly fruits. And Laura as well, well done. Nice treats here. And Andrea has also brought a very diverse selection of food. Beautiful. Naomi is a baby, so it's about 3 years old, with milk and cookies. You can't go wrong with that. Yes, I know Rebecca. Rebecca is happy. Woohoo, what a delicious buffet. I know. It's only, you can only get it here. Okay, Betty, yes. Thank you for bringing all the food forward, and congratulations to all the winners. And thank you. This is 2:30 exact. So, oh dear. Now, Susan and me can go to bed, okay? But I really enjoyed the session. The time just flew by, goodness. And thank you for joining me today. And remember, every Monday and Friday, we start around this time. So, if maybe it works better for your time zone, and then, cancel everything on your calendar and come here to join me, okay? Other than taking care of kids, you have to take care of the kids and pets. Okay, guys. And remember, on Saturday, we also have a marathon, okay, on the horizon there. So if you want to join me on the traveling library piece, you still have time to get it ready. Come here and let's stitch together. And tomorrow is Stitch Anything You Want Day. Guys, from the sleepy London town, Yogi signing out. And night-night to you, everyone. Thank you, love you all. Good night. Susan, let's go to bed. Bye-bye. bye bye and bye bye.